how's it going? Hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this. So this is going to be a general reading, bones and charms reading for both Pisces and for Aries. So we're going to start with Pisces and then take a little shift of the energy and then move to but yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Do a little sound bell to clear the energy. I just want to make sure also our sound is good before we get too deep into the reading. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well and all that good stuff. So just bear with me for a moment while I check.
Go ahead and get started.
Sound is good, okay. And check one more thing to make sure we are public on Facebook. So we should be public now. Okay, yes. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the sound bell. Then we'll go ahead and shuffle the bones and charms and get into the reading. All right, so again, I hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this. Everybody is welcome regardless of where you may have Pisces or Aries in your chart. All right, so I will be moving the camera once we have casted all the bones and charms so you can see everything more clearly. But for now, just kind of leave it there. All right, so if you feel guided, you can take a couple of deep breaths or you can just listen. If it does get too loud for you or you're sensitive to sound, feel free to turn it down a little bit. All right, so actually let's do it this way. This is going to be for Pisces for November. Okay, just move that out of the way. Move this down and over a little bit so you can see as I cast the bones and charms. We are working with a little mat here, so I'll go into that in a little bit if you're new, and if you're returning, welcome back. Welcome to everybody. I'm not sure why this incense is not staying lit as I make a big mess, but try to clean that up. I lit it like 2 times. I don't know why it's not doing its thing. Okay, I'll just leave it there and hopefully it'll do its thing. All right. So again, when I cast the bones and charms and shake this bowl where they're in, it may get a little loud. So again, just bear with me. It won't be forever. But this is how I shuffle the bones and charms. All right. So thank you for your patience, everybody, and your energy and your views, likes, subscriptions, all the good things. And I am always available for private readings that you can find on my website. All right. So thank you, spirits. Messages for water sign Pisces. Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces for November. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces, the twin fish for November. Messages for Pisces. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces, the twin fish for November for their highest good. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces, the twin fish, for November for their highest good. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces, the twin fish, for November for their highest good. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces for their highest good. For November, what does Pisces need to see for their highest good? Water sign Pisces for November. Spirit guide my hands. Spirit guide my hands. Messages for Pisces for November. Alright. I feel like one almost hit the camera, it like went out that way. I don't know if you can see it. Alright, so let's go ahead and fix this camera too, so you guys can kind of see everything. Alright, so I'm going to bring a little bit closer some of the bones and charms that went further out. When they go off of the black mat, it is past energy. But their placement, as long as they're still within those different quadrants there, then everything is all good. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and flip over some of them that I can, that aren't too close to each other. This one's all the way up there, but we'll just move it in so we can see. It's hard. I don't want to mess them up, but I'm just, again, flipping over the ones that I can. Okay, so that looks fairly good. So go ahead and take a picture and then we'll get started here and see what's coming up for Pisces. I will post the picture after the live is done for some people who may want to look at it again. Okay. And I do have a little bit of background noise, music here. Sometimes I have to turn down the commercials, but it's just a little ambient music, so hopefully it's not too loud, and I'll try to talk over it as much as I can. All right, so now I do want to see like where Spirit wants to start this reading, because every reading is different. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my pen down here for a second and just kind of see, after the sip of coffee, again, where Spirit wants us to start this reading. Spirits, guide my hands. Where would you like me to start this Pisces November reading? No, wants to go back right here. All right, so we're gonna kind of start right here where the green lucky rabbit's foot is. So technically, that would be between work and money and relationships and love. There was one other charm. Oh yes, this one we can flip over, and that one too. Okay. So it feels more like, well, you can see from where the dotted line is, the majority of that green lucky rabbit's foot is in the work and money section. So we'll go ahead and start there. And so we'll kind of start here and then maybe go outwards a little bit to talk about some of the stuff in the past that has fallen outside of the black mat. All right. But yeah, basically I can see here, Pisces, that you have a lot of good luck this month in your work and money areas or finances, or if you're no longer working, just somewhere where you're being valued or someone else's, multiple people, general environment situation, whatever you come to this reading for. And then you also have some good luck also in your relationships and love section that we'll get to later. Okay. But again, this is where the energy was drawing me this time. So I'm going to go ahead and move it over and just kind of see, what's underneath it a little bit here. All right, so right underneath, we have the spider and the spider web that's also kind of right on the line here, and it's touching the money bags, it's touching the coyote penis bone, it's touching also the cup, okay, and that's kind of going over into the wishbone and more on that side, but they are kind of all touching, so it still will affect this area. So it's also touching the baby, and underneath it I can see is the seashell charm on the other side, and then we have the horseshoe with the lucky ladybug inside, okay, and then also not to forget we have Leo the lion here. So there could be something going on in your work and money environment and also in your relationships and love. It could have something here, Pisces, to do with a Leo or during Leo season of this year, last year, of next year, or maybe where you have Leo in your chart. Or if it's none of those things, the zodiac energies or frequencies, it could also just be that what Leo represents: fire energy, passion, creativity, okay, entrepreneurship, leadership qualities, courage, right? All those kind of Leo energies as well. So when I see it there with the coyote penis bone, this can talk about more masculine energy and being more proactive or aggressive in certain like 3D physical terms, perhaps as far as work and money and also in relationships and love. There seems like there's a lot of abundance here, of course, with the money bags. And there could be a wish, or more than one wish here, that is very emotional here with the cup, okay? Now, this wish or wishes could have something to do with your children or someone else's children or a childlike energy. But again, there is a lot of good luck around this. Not only did we start with your lucky rabbit's foot, but then you also have your horseshoe with the ladybug inside, okay? Now, double emotions are going on here as well because you have the water charm here and then you had the cup there. So I'm going to go ahead and move back the lucky rabbit's foot generally kind of where it was, okay? And now I kind of want to go up and this way and kind of around. But yeah, here we can see, Pisces, you got your human tooth bone here. You have one of the coyote claws, and then you have your symbol, Pisces. Okay, so this could have something to do with another Pisces or during Pisces season. And because it's half off the black mat and the white mat, it could be Pisces season of last year or even currently this year, right? So it kind of just, well, not this year, but going into next year, right? So it could be a couple different things the way you interpret it, since it is a general reading, of course. But it could also just be putting all that zodiac stuff aside, that there's like somebody or this energy, if it's not a person or you yourself or someone else, is really like thinking over, chewing and digesting and trying to manifest something about going with the flow in terms of work or money, finances, or being valued. Now, as we go this way, there's also perhaps some feminine energy here with the conch seashell that maybe started a little bit in the past, since it's kind of half there. So feminine energy, right? We all have masculine and feminine. It would be that soft, more receiving energy, maybe being open to more work or money or finances, opportunities or changes, right? It's kind of hard to tell until we go through the whole reading here. But I also see that if we look this way and see everything that's kind of fallen off of the black mat here, and we're still in those kind of dotted lines in that section, there could have been something here, Pisces, about work and money dreams, like a big transformation that maybe happened like in the home or with the home, or something about where do we feel at home with the work, with the side hustle, with the money, with the finances here, okay? Because we do have the chair that's a little bit going off of the mat, We have the butterfly that's half on both mats. We have the four-leaf clover here in the past, and also um, the dragonfly. Okay, so there's something, here in the past. It's like started to like maybe go with the flow and work through some type of transformation in terms of a home or being at home. Maybe you're working from home for some people, um, or it's like more about where do I feel at home when I'm working. If I have that option, right, with my side hustles or my main job or whatever, or even if you're not working anymore and you're retired, it could also just be um, something about feeling at home or feeling valued, because as a society, right, we place a certain level of money on the work that we do, right? So if you're no longer working, it's still about being valued. Someone, multiple people, general environment, situation, like how we're being valued, okay? Um, Now, if we go this way a little bit here, Pisces, I also see like a lot of masculine energy here in the present, future, current energies when we're now on the black mat with your first raccoon penis pone going this way. And it's almost like the wish charm is kind of on the other side of it, okay? So there could also be something about wishing for a home, or something about working from home or feeling at home again with the work, the money, the finances, or being valued. But there looks like there's a nice balance here because the seashells are feminine energy, right? So you have masculine and feminine right next to each other. And this is, I'll just turn you over so you can see, this is my listening seashell, okay? And so, yes, come on in, listen, right? Turn that down. You could be listening to something here, Pisces, that makes you more proactive or aggressive in certain ways or terms in regards to your work or money or finances or being valued or for someone else. But it's also because it's so close to the star here. It's like following your North Star to again feel what makes you feel at home here with the chair in terms of your work or money or being valued. We do see a lot of movement in general here, or perhaps even travel for some with the bicycle. Okay. And I also see something about, if in the recent past there was a lot of emotions and good luck and going with the flow in this area that we're in with work and money, there could also now be more serious energy coming in here with Saturn. So getting organized, having responsibilities, delegating tasks. It's that kind of slower earth moving energy. And because it was very close to the bat here as well, another symbol for good luck. So you got 3 symbols for good luck so far. Oh, actually 4, right? Because you have 1, 2 is on the line, 3 and 4. Okay, so definitely lots of good luck is available in this area. But yeah, bats are also about our vibrations. So they use sounds to communicate because they can't see. So there could be something about communicating in different ways with the work or the money or the finances this month. There also could be something heavy going on here, not necessarily in a bad way, but with family, because we have the seahorse right on the money word on the mat. And so that seahorse is also touching Pegasus, the winged horse, okay? So that's my symbol for freedom. So it could be that you're wanting more money or more work or less work or whatever. Nobody wants less money, but you know what I mean? Something with the family here is definitely showing up. So that could be blood family. That could be what you consider your family or your tribe, your people, close people. But it could also just be something about a parent or being a parent as well, but it doesn't have to be. But there's something about freedom here. It could also be something about freedom to travel, or freedom to have some type of healing around water here with the ship charm on top of Pegasus. And then that is touching the symbol for Sagittarius here, the bow and arrow. So there could also be something going on here either with the Sagittarius, or where you may have Sagittarius in your chart, or where someone else does, or Sagittarius season of this year, of last year, of next year. And if it's none of those zodiac frequencies pointing you in a certain direction, it could also be just like, what are your work and money goals? Where do you pull back that arrow and then go ahead and hit that target, right? There could be something here, Pisces, that is a long time wish, okay, with the mermaid underneath here, a long time wish or goal or target in terms of work or money that has a lot of good luck around it. I would say there's a little bit, I'm going to move this lucky rabbit's foot again. There's a little bit of stagnant energy there with the lock, but you still have so much other good luck, right? I wouldn't worry too much about that, okay? But we see, if we pull all the way out again, and once the camera focuses, I have two skulls in my kit here. So one's all the way out here, right on the line between relationships and love, and then your other one is right here in the work and money. So where we see skulls in a reading can tell us where someone's mind is at, or where it will be at, coming up, okay? And that was kind of turned on its side when it fell out, but I just turned it over so you could kind of see that it was a skull more. And it's very close to one of my new bones. This is part of a whale vertebrae, okay? So vertebrae represent support because it's our back, right? And whales, also kind of like bats, right, use echolocation. They're communicating with vibrations and sounds, okay? So because that's a little bit separate from where we saw the lock there, it could be that there's a little bit this month feeling of either a lack of support, or the support that you do have in terms of work or money or finances or being valued feels like a little bit far away, when it really isn't, okay? So I would just keep that in mind as well. Now, as we go this way, Pisces, we have the frog right here on the line, and it's on top of the cloud, and then not too far away, we have your safety pin, okay? So if there is any confusion this month in terms of work or money or being valued or finances, there's maybe some type of leap of faith that your spiritual team wants you to make, or someone else to make, or even if it's not a person, just the energy to cross over into that, because this is your spiritual unconscious section. So it's kind of crossing from that, and it almost looks like the frog is like pushing off of the coffin and then going into your work and money section. So the coffin is a symbol for passed on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, etc., right? But they're like, if there's confusion, just make that leap of faith anyway. And a leap of faith is doing something where we don't necessarily know right what the outcome is going to be, but we do it anyway, because it looks like if you or someone else, or if it's just energy, makes that leap of faith, there's all this safety on the other side of it, right? So there could be financial safety with a job, let's say, or just being valued in some way. So I definitely like that. And it's also, very close to, if not touching, the safety pin, that raccoon penis bone that we were talking about earlier. So that's that masculine energy that's being proactive, or more gun-ho or aggressive in certain terms. In the, yes, right on the bell there, my laundry. But yeah, being more proactive or aggressive in terms of the work or money or the finances, or being valued, okay? So we're next gonna kind of move into, I wanted to go this way originally, but now I'm feeling like going this way. All right, but I kind of want to talk first, before we do any of that, what's in the center here, okay? So whatever falls in this center circle affects all the different areas of your reading, okay? So what I can see here, Pisces, is we have the snake vertebrae on its side, okay? And then we have the one of the honeybees, we got the lizard, and then we have my symbol for Capricorn on the other side. So throughout the month, and all these different aspects of your life or someone else's life, or the general energy, there could be a lot of healing support and putting in effort either with a Capricorn or where you have Capricorn in your chart. There's a lot of Capricorn energies since I did the astrology notes, excuse me, yesterday, that there's Capricorn stuff going on, right? Venus enters into Capricorn on the 11th. Saturn's going direct, the ruler of Capricorn, on the 15th. I had something else with Capricorn that I can't see that far in my notes. But anyway, a lot of stuff going on with Capricorn this month for everybody. So if it could also resonate with that, but it doesn't have to. If you put the zodiac stuff aside, it could also be here, Pisces, that someone is putting in a lot of effort. Okay, they're being really resilient and almost stubborn, slow moving earth energy in terms of having more healing with a support system. Okay, so that could be friends, family, lover, mental health care worker, counselor, whatever your support system may be. Okay, so there's a lot of effort being put in there around having healing with a support system. And also, I like this here a lot for you, Pisces. Um, with that honeybee that was also right there, the honeybee is like individual power and community power. Okay, so really seeing like how does that change my support system or affect my support system, right? So if you are even sorry, this got, and now that the incense is finally going, it's got me in my throat a little bit. Y'all see it? Okay, took forever to light, and then it's got me. Hold on a second, I need a sip here. Maybe the spirits were like, don't light it, and I was stubborn to lit it anyway. Okay, so um but yeah, I think that there's definitely a lot of support throughout the month here, Pisces, for you on a lot of different areas in your life, and a lot of it looks very healing and putting in that work and maintaining a sense of community and individual power. Okay, so now I want to go this way, as I was saying a minute ago. Okay, so we just finished your work and money section, and now we're going to go this way into your spiritual unconscious. I want to just flip over a couple of them that I can see. Don't want to mess things up too bad. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the coffin right here and the frog already that was right on the line between those sections. We talked a little bit about the raccoon penis bone. But what I'm really seeing here too on the line as well, that could also be applied to work or money, but it looks like it's more in the spiritual unconscious section, is the fork here. So this is like asking someone, you yourself or someone else or multiple people or just general environment situation, like what am I spiritually unconsciously digesting? Okay, so there could be some questions about that, right? And that's always something that we should ask ourselves, right? With that question mark here, then going into the coyote claw, it's also like, well, the more that someone asks those questions, how can I manifest and keep clearing so those are maybe the right thing? So what am I spiritually unconsciously digesting? What am I listening to? What am I watching? What type of people am I surrounding myself with? Right? Like, what is my dreams? Okay, my dream environment like? Those are kind of like some samples, right? Examples, yes. Now, as we go this way with the feather here, there also could be some clearing that needs to go on. It's like, yeah, if there's some questions here, go slow with it here with the turtle as well. So it's just keep clearing, and right, and maybe be gentle with yourself and or others, because we are always, sometimes tend to be our own worst critic. Okay. Now I want to go out a little bit and talk about what's out here, and then we'll kind of work our way back in this way. So let's see here. All right, so we have the apple. We have balance scales, Libra energy. Forgot to flip this one over. We got the strawberry. We've got the puzzle piece laying on top of one of the coyote penis bones, the other one. We have half of the rope here. We have half of the yin yang charm, and then we have the witch charm here. Okay, so that's pretty much all the stuff that's off of the black mat in this section. Okay, so again, whatever falls out here, it could be past energy. So Pisces, there could have been something in the past in terms of your spiritual unconscious or your intuition, or how you feel at when you're alone or by yourself, right? However you want to say those words or descriptions for what we're talking about, is there could have been like something with a mentor, a teacher, a guide, or this could also be your own leadership qualities here with the apple, right? So maybe in the past there wasn't a complete equal give and take there, but it is very close to the balance scale. So I do like that. This could have something to do with a Libra or during Libra season, a past Libra season, right? Since technically now we're in Scorpio when I'm filming this. Or it's where you have Libra in your chart, could also be a clue, or someone else's chart. Or if it's none of that zodiac stuff, it could also just be that equal give and take, right? Justice, balance. Okay, so there could have been something here in the past where some of the details were not completely all the way there with the strawberry, but I do see that there could have been like a group of friends, or one friend, or a friendly like energy here with the witch, that was like striving to kind of get more balance as well here, okay? To bring the pieces of the puzzle, so to speak, together. Now, with that coyote penis bone being underneath it, that's that masculine, proactive, more aggressive energy, right? And then it shows me that over time, those puzzle pieces are coming together. Okay, they started to maybe a little bit in the past, and then going back into the black mat in the current, future, present energies, it will start to kind of make a little bit more sense here. So that is cool. Now, as we go this way, Pisces, I can also see we have got Cupid here on top of the leaf, or the leaf is on top of Cupid, whatever it is. And so Cupid is my symbol for loved ones, right? Not just romantic. It can be romantic, platonic, with friends and family, or even self-love, but it's just love in general, right? And so because the leaf is not that far from the feather, right? They're both cleansing or clearing agents. So it could be that your loved ones and the people that you love, and vice versa, etc., maybe want to help you do some spiritual cleansing, some unconscious cleansing, right? But I also see that, when you do this, or when someone else does this, Pisces, or when the energy shifts, if it's not a person, it can maybe lead to some type of message. Because I do like that Cupid is actually, this never really happens, is pointing right towards that envelope charm. So that's a charm for letter, message, document. It's a message, right? So you could get a message from a loved one when you do some of this spiritual cleansing. It could be, or it's the other way around. You give a message to a loved one, right? Or it comes in general from your spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors. It could be a message or opportunity here, but I do like that it is like following that path of Cupid's arrow. And I also like that it's very close to the fish here, okay? So that would be prosperity. Now, we also have some masculine energy here with the masculine charm, and it's kind of funny that it's pointing to that arrow, Cupid and arrow, right? And so maybe this is a message from someone who displays a lot of masculine energy, or it's a more proactive, aggressive, take charge type of message, you could say. But then we look over there, and there's also the feminine charm. So maybe it's both, okay? I'll just move it out a little bit so you can see, because of all the designs here, right? So you have the masculine and feminine. Or maybe it's a message about balancing the two and going back to your yin and yang symbol, your balance symbol here, okay? So I don't think they were actually touching all the way, but they were very close. All right. And then I also see here with the crown there, Pisces, like that goes kind of back to your apple there in the past, and the Libra balance scales, equal give and take. So when I see this crown very close to the yin and yang, it makes me feel like, well, how can I be a leader in a spiritual sense, right? How can I be a good example for others, right? Or it's working with someone who is a mentor, a teacher, a guide, someone who has more knowledge or a higher up position than you, so to speak, okay? But because it was very close, it makes me feel like they want to help you with this. Or if it's not a person, it's an energy. The energy wants to move towards that kind of balanced energy, which is really beautiful. Now, before we get to this here, I want to go this way a little bit, Pisces, because we had that letter, envelope, message, document, charm here. And over here, you have the book charm, okay? And then we have the honeybee, another honeybee, and then we have the corn charm. So it could be, this is knowledge, right? This is information, it's a book. We're in spiritual unconscious. So there could be some type of spiritual unconscious knowledge that has something here to do with, again, kind of what we said back here with your main center that's affecting all the things, Pisces, but some type of spiritual unconscious knowledge that has something to do with your individual power and your community power, okay? And maybe how you can plant seeds there or find more substance, okay? Or you know, if the corn charm had fallen in the body and mental thing, it could be something about nutrition, right? But of course, it can still be about planting seeds. But because we're in spiritual unconscious, it's like how to plant seeds that are more healthy spiritually, unconsciously, right? And so this ties in with that individual power and community power. So if the queen bee, right, she has all her worker bees. If one of the bees die, okay, and they all start dying, then the queen bee is going to die and then there's going to be no honey. So that's why it's my symbol for community power and individual power, like how your efforts are felt, whether you pull them away or not, right? So there's some type of information that's there, okay? And I feel like when this information has been received or given, if it's coming from you, it could go either way. With the deer tooth here, then leading into the key charm, okay, and then that leading is way too loud, but all right. So the deer tooth leading into the key charm, and then we have the peace doves here. It's like chewing over, digesting, something about purity, like pure answers coming in. And when these answers come in, it brings this beautiful, peaceful energy here, Pisces. So I definitely, love that for you. So very nice, okay? Now, as we go this way, Pisces, you have your other raccoon penis bone here. So again, more masculine energy. And the way that this one is curved on the bone, it almost looks like it wants to like come in here and scoop up the yes coin, right? It's like, okay, we're going to do that. So if you have some type of spiritual or unconscious wish, or someone else does, or just the environment, right? It's a yes, okay? It's a green light, okay? So there could be a spiritual unconscious green light for you this month. That's beautiful. And it could have something to do also with being spiritually protected here, okay? Because over this way we have the bobcat tooth. And when I think of large cats, right, I think of them being very protective and no nonsense, taking up space, right? Even small house cats do that. So it just makes me think of some type of protective energy here. So being spiritually, unconsciously protected. And who doesn't want that, right? That's beautiful. Okay, so because we're kind of right on the line here, we'll go ahead and move into the body and mental section. I'm just pulling this a little bit because the mat was moving a little bit. But if we pull all the way back out again to once the camera focuses, like I would say the majority of your bones and charms this month, Pisces, is in spiritual unconscious and the work and money. That's where the majority is. You still have a lot going on here in relationships and love, but I would say like the top three are kind of these three right here. So there's not a whole lot in body and mental. So that it could just be that spirit, your spiritual team wants you to focus more on these other areas. That's where what it's showing me. Okay. But since we just kind of talked about this raccoon penis bone and the bobcat tooth, we're going to kind of keep going across that line and into this section. Okay. So over here, it's hard to see with the lighting, because it's white and it's like kind of blown out there, but that is a piece of the armadillo vertebrae. Okay. So again, being spiritually supported and protected, very nice. Now this also kind of could apply to your body and mental health, or someone else's body and mental health, right? And so here it's like, well, if we think of an armadillo, they kind of have that hard outer shell, right? But they're probably really soft on the inside. So there could be something about someone here, maybe needing to show the soft underbelly a little bit more with their own health or someone else's health, or just that kind of energy in general. But I would also say that, like, the more proactive you are or someone else is with their body and mental health, all these beautiful new ideas want to come in here, or maybe they already have. Okay. But that's really nice to see there with that lightning bolt. There also is, if we go this way, Pisces, all this nice feminine soft receiving energy with the other seashell here. So being open, or someone, or the energy, if it's not you or another person, to like kind of continuing on or starting some kind of healthy mindset for the body and the mental health. Okay. Now, as we go this way here, Pisces, I can also see that this, just like the coffin that was over here, is another symbol for passed on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, etc. So that skeleton hand is right on the line, and it's kind of like almost wanting to like point or grab that broom. So the broom, just like, oops, your feather over here and your leaf, is a clearing agent, right? So how can we keep clearing stuff within the body or the mind that maybe is not healthy? Okay, so your spiritual team wants you to keep doing that, or start that if you haven't already. Okay. But I also want to say that, like, in the past here, there was perhaps with this nutmeg, and I think that's the one almost hit the camera when I was shaking the bones and charms, all the way out here in the past. So a lot of abundance and good health in the past as well here, in terms of somebody's body and mental health. Now also here too, Pisces, with, remember I said your two skulls, one was in work or money, and then the other one is in between, okay, body and mental and relationships and love. So your mind or someone else's mind is definitely on a lot of things this month, okay? But this could be more like someone in the past, because it did fall outside of the black mat. And then this is funny, but it's a human tooth bone that kind of just fell more standing up, okay? So this could be like talking about chewing over and digesting, perhaps like how to have more freedom within the body and the mental health, but also freedom in relationships. Okay, so the next section we're going to move into is relationships and love. Let me move the bowl here. And so it's all relationships. It's romantic, platonic, self-love with friends and family, all the different types of love, okay? But I can see here that in the past, Pisces, let me get a little closer, and hopefully the camera, there we go, will focus, that there maybe need to be some memories that are no longer serving, that need to be cut away, with the elephant charm here. And then also, let me turn that down, with the scissors here, and one of the coyote penis bones over there. And then we have the alligator claw is kind of on top of the dog ankle bone. And then if we go this way, we have the mountain charm, okay? So yeah, cutting away maybe memories that are no longer serving your relationships, okay, with yourself and others. Because also that cutting away of those memories um, is going to help you or someone else manifest bringing in more flexibility, okay? Because there are some challenges, right? In the relationship section this month. So the dog ankle bone, it represents being flexible, right? Our bones support us, but they also have to move with us, okay? And it could have something to do with loyalty, okay? So dogs are symbols for loyalty. So you maybe need to be more flexible with your idea of loyalty to yourself and or others, because there's some challenges here. And then the next big thing that we can see that's very close to it is the irresponsibility charm, okay? So this could be you or someone else or just an energy, right? Take it how it may resonate. But there is a little bit of irresponsibility this month in this section for relationships and love. And that could just be because maybe somebody is having a hard time being flexible because of the challenges, or someone's loyalty is being questioned, okay? Or there's something about past memories that we kind of already talked about too, and maybe having a sense of freedom around that or with that, okay? So just kind of something to be aware of, but you still have all this other stuff we haven't talked about yet. And remember too, in the beginning, I think it was more like that, but your green lucky rabbit's foot was in work and money, but also right on the line, if you follow that dotted line, was also in relationships and love. So you still have a lot of good luck here and other great things that we'll talk about. So don't worry too much about that, but it did pop up. So, we have to talk about it. But if we go this way, up this way, again into past energy, what's fallen outside of the mat that's still in the relationships and love section is we got the hummingbird here, we have the listening bells, we have the buckeye, we have the angel coin, and we have another human tooth bone here. So in the past, Pisces, there could have been a lot of abundant energy in your relationships with yourself and others. And perhaps you or someone else was thinking a lot about this and maybe like trying to figure out, well, how can I hear my angels talk to me more? How can I get more help in my relationships? And I want them to be together, but they're a little separate. So maybe that was like a little bit of struggle in the past, right? And that could be a catalyst for then all this other good luck and stuff coming up, okay? But, sorry, I hear my cats. I don't know what they're doing, but okay. Diva, it's okay. You talking? So, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, sorry. With that hummingbird there, that is my symbol for doing things that make sense to you and not caring what other people think. So the hummingbird flies backwards, right? And normal, so to speak, birds fly forwards. So maybe in the past here, Pisces, in terms of relationships, someone or the energy was like, how do I listen to my angels? How do I keep doing things that I know that I'm naturally good at and not caring about what other people think? Like that in the past was definitely like heavy on someone's mind or heavy in the energy if it wasn't a person, okay? Now, as we move back this way, Pisces, then we have main thing right here is the sun. Sun is symbol for happiness, okay? So there's a lot of happy energy in relationships in general this month, and that is beautiful. Also, there's a big thing about freedom and safety, okay, this month. So you have your turkey wishbone here. You have your cup, okay, a lot of emotions, but inside is the ship charm, and over there was the freedom cuffs. So this represents freedom and safety. So if we're in a ship, we drop our anchor when we need to stop and we lift it when we need to go. So it's both freedom and safety. So there's a big wish here for both of those things, okay? And now this could, again, have something to do with actual 3D children, your children or someone else's, or it could be something about your inner child or a childlike energy. But there is also too like a lot of, manifesting this month with that other coyote penis bone there too, and manifesting within the relationship environment, because there's all that abundance. Remember, we had that money bags at the top there too. And then if we move the baby, again, we have the seashell charm, and then excuse me, the horseshoe charm with the ladybug inside. So again, lots of good luck, okay, around this, whatever this may be. And this also, again, could have something to do with a Leo or during Leo season, or where you may have Leo in your chart, right? Or it's just, sorry guys, 1 second. Oof. Okay. It could also just be, if you put all that zodiac stuff aside, like where is the passion, the creativity, the go-getterness, the entrepreneurship, right? The courage of the lion. Where is that in terms of my relationship environment? How can I activate or be more proactive with these things to bring in abundance, to bring in a childlike energy or something with children, again, to have that freedom and safety. Now, the last thing I'll say here too is remember, you have all this healing in this month in your relationships and love as well, with the lizard here. Could have something to do with the Capricorn or during Capricorn season. So that would be the half of December into January, right? Coming up perhaps for some, or it could be past Capricorn season, or where you have Capricorn in your chart, all the things. Or it just represents that putting in that effort, being resilient, not giving up, going up the mountain. You fall down the mountain a little bit, that's okay. I'm going to get back up and keep climbing up the mountain. So it's that beautiful healing energy here, Pisces. And again, this could have something to do with your individual power and your community power in terms of your support system here with the honeybee, and part of the snake vertebrae. So the vertebrae is our back, our support system, but because it's a snake, it also represents like evolution, right? And changes with like what we consider our support system for ourselves and or others, okay? But I said, I'm going to say overall, Pisces, this is a really beautiful reading this month. So I hope some of this makes sense to you later or already does. Feel free to let me know if you feel guided to do that, but no pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down for a little bit, and we're going to go ahead now and switch to Aries, okay? So Pisces, enjoy November and that time period. And thank you for all your energies and all the things. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. And then I think my cat is actually locked in my bedroom, one of my cats. So hold on, I'm going to let him out really quickly. I'm like, I think he's in there. Hold on. Pinky, are you stuck? Oh, I'm so sorry, baby. Are you guys stuck? Okay. All right, he's out. I figured out what was going on with the cats. They're not allowed in my bedroom, so when I come in and out, they try to run in there, and sometimes I don't see it when they do it. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and move all these bones and charms back to the bowl. We're going to let it rest with some of the crystals and just kind of clear the energy, all that good stuff. Okay, let's cover this up and I'll put it aside for a second. Let it rest with the bones and charms. Get our sound bell, so we'll do a little clearing. I don't think I'm going to do any more incense today because my throat is just like, nope, my allergies. So that's all right. Stay over there. Okay. So we can clear energy with not only incense and smoke, but mainly with our intention, right? And also, I think my chair is stuck on something. I don't know why. So, okay. Also, we can clear energy, with the sound and vibration. So we'll go ahead and do a quick sound bell. to clear the Pisces energy and welcome in the Aries energy. All right, so if you're sensitive to sound, you can turn it down for a little bit. Hopefully it won't be too loud. And if you want to take a couple of deep breaths or just, feel it out, whatever feels good for you. All right, so thank you for your patience, guys, and your understanding. Okay, move our bones and charms over here a little bit with the crystal. All right, so thank you, spirits. This is going to be for Aries for November. All right. I think that was a good one. Okay. Now, guys, when I shake the bones and charms, they are going to make noise as well, but that is, let's try to get a better angle here. Come out a little bit. That is the way that I shuffle them, okay? So again, just bear with me during that process. It won't be forever, but I have to do it. All right, so thank you, spirits. Guide my hands. Messages for Aries. Messages for Aries for the highest good. Fire sign Aries, the Lamb. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for the highest good? Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for fire sign Aries for the highest good. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for November? Messages for Aries for November. 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 Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for fire sign Aries for November 2024. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Aries for November for 2024. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest good? Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Aries for November. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Aries for November for their highest good. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Aries for November for their highest good. Spirits. All right. My cat is going crazy over there with his toy. He's so happy he got out of the room. Sorry you got locked in there, baby. All right, let's see what's going on here. So, Aries, your bones and charms this month, you've got a lot going on, okay? And pretty much every area, I would say that the most active ones are body and mental health, relationships and love, and work and money. And then there's the least amount kind of in spiritual and conscious, but there's still some stuff there. So that could just be Spirit wants you to focus on these other areas a little bit more. But let me go ahead and flip over some of the bones and charms that I can, and we will take a picture and kind of get started here. Also see like where they want us to start the reading. I'll leave that one. I don't want to mess it up. Let's see. That. Okay. I don't want to mess up too much of it because there's a lot where they're concentrated together, and so I'll flip them over as we go through the reading, but I don't want to mess up the order or the placement, so to speak. Okay. All right, let's take your picture. And I know this looks weird right now because of the sun, so I might close my window shade thing so we can get more of a better angle. Yeah, that looks terrible. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me do that. The sun's coming right through. Let's see. Okay, I think hopefully that's not too dark, but just more balanced. Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay, let's take your picture. Oh, not my picture. Hold on, Aries. Let's do like that. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna put this. Well, I guess I can hold it for a minute while we figure out where we're gonna start this reading. Just move the cord a little bit over. Okay. Spirits, please guide my hands. Where would you like me to start this Aries November reading? Spirits, guide my hands. Where would you like me to start this Aries November reading? Okay. It's like here and here. So here and then here. They're both in the body and mental health, so that's where we'll start. Again, I want to say welcome to everybody. If you've been here before or it's your first time, welcome, welcome. Again, just flipping over a couple of the charms that I can. Okay. Well, oop, and there's your other head that just fell over there. I was just looking for it. So we got two of your skulls here, Aries, and they're both in body and mental. All right, so one is more in the past here, that's fallen off of the black mat, if you can see it there. And then your other skull is in the black mat or on the black mat. Okay, so you could say that this is past energy and this is current, present, future energy showing up here. All right, but the energy was drawn to not only this skull, but a little bit over here where this tooth is. So I think they just wanted to show me where this skull is and then kind of start over there. But again, this could be where someone's mind is like heavy on their body and mental health, whether it's your body and mental health, Aries, or someone else, or multiple people, or just your general environment situation. But take it how it may resonate for you. But yeah, you've got, damn, I just have to say it that way, Aries. Like 3 of the human teeth bones pretty much all together here. And in between one of them, and they're all on the line between relationships and love and body and mental health, has the cup rested on, in between some of the teeth. Excuse me. So the cup is our emotions, all right? And so somebody could be thinking and chewing over, digesting a lot about emotions this month, not only in relationships, but in body and mental health. And it could be, I can't help but not go back out this way because it is on the line. A little bit more in that section in relationships, but it's still on the line, so it applies to both. Is perhaps there was this masculine energy in the past that there's masculine and feminine there with the seashell. Somebody, maybe started to make a leap of faith here in terms of their relationships and love, all relationships, romantic, platonics, friends and family, self-love, all love. But it went over not just in relationships, but in body and mental. Like a big leap of faith there and like a lot of emotions around it with the frog. So it could be this leap of faith actually has more balanced energy though, because it does have masculine and feminine, or it could involve someone who identifies as masculine and someone else who identifies as feminine, or however you want to say. But I feel like it's really it's scary, but it's really positive, Aries. Okay, because it's like I want to. I mean, I'm starting here. This is where they told me to start, but and it goes in both sections, but then it leads. Everything's touching this, it's touching that, that's touching that. So it's like there's just like I said in the beginning, there's just like a whole lot going on here. I feel like it's gonna be like a busy month for you, and it doesn't just have to be November, right? Since time is relative and fluid, and time is different for everybody. Their perception of time, it could go definitely beyond November, but whatever this emotional leap of faith is, it's like there's all this movement and vibrations. It could have something to do with travel, with the bicycle underneath the bat there. I know it's hard to see, but trust me, it's there. There's also your money bags. There's abundance here, okay? Let's see if I can get closer. It'll still focus. There we go. And yeah, it's like double symbols like for travel here. So you have the bicycle on one side. Let me turn that down. And on the other side, this is the ship charm. Let's see if I can move it without fucking everything up. Excuse my French. Okay. So with the ship charm there and the hummingbird and the money bags, I feel like whatever this leap of faith is, there's all this movement around it. And it really could have something to do with someone speaking up for themselves and not caring what other people think. And the more that you do that, or the more that someone else does that, or just the energy shifts that way, that brings in a lot more abundance. Because it's interesting, because the hummingbird's beak is like, it's like speaking, speaking, speaking. And that's what I keep hearing. Like someone has to speak something. Now, with the turkey wishbone right here on the line as well, and then we have one of the raccoon penis bones and the alligator claw. This could be, oh, what's over here? Okay, you can see we got Capricorn symbol over here. It could be during Capricorn season. Remember how I said not just November, it could also be half of December and January is Capricorn season, or where you may have Capricorn in your chart, or someone else does, or has nothing to do with the zodiac stuff, and it's more about putting in a lot of work and effort here. That's the letter message document charm. Okay, so I just hopefully didn't move too much over here when I move that out. But yeah, it's like manifesting some type of message from you to someone, or someone to you, or it comes in general from your spirit guides, guardian angels, but there's a lot of effort around that message or that opportunity. And there's all this writing on this big ass wish, or multiple wishes, that leap of faith that we said over here again with the frog, that maybe started a little bit in the past and that's still in future, current, present energies. A lot of manifesting, a lot of good luck with the alligator claw. There is going to be here, Aries, some type of flexibility that's going to be needed to plant this wish, or these wishes, further along. Because it's really interesting. It's like the dog ankle bone is like going this way inside the turkey wishbone, and then underneath it even is the can't probably see it, guys, but that's the corn charm. Okay, so planting some type of seed, something of substance in our relationships, and also with the health, because this is all on the line between body and mental. Okay, then it leads to, oh, beautiful, yes, the yes coin is here, and it's right next to the angel coin. So nice. I want to make sure there's nothing underneath it. Okay, just make sure we don't miss anything. It's like your higher vibrational beings, or angels and energetic guides, whatever you want to call it, they're in your relationships environment. They're in your body and mental health environment, and they want something perhaps to be cut away. Okay, here with the scissors. that maybe isn't the best for somebody, okay? Take it how it may resonate. Now, over here, this way, with the armadillo vertebrae piece that I have, it could be cutting away something that is some type of support, or that showed up as support maybe in some way or form in the past. Um, or it could be cutting away that hard shell and maybe softening a little bit, right? Because armadillos have that hard exterior. Um, but I also see here in the past, if we go this way, the sun and then the coyote penis bone, there was a lot of happiness and masculine energy here in the past that maybe was a catalyst for these things in the future, present, current energies, okay? Because this cutting away that your angels, spirit guides want you or someone else to do something in the relationship and body, mental health environment, spider web and their environment, their web. This is going to help bring in more freedom and safety here, and perhaps even more balance. Okay, so we have the ship anchor, and then we have the balance scales. This could have something to do with the Libra during Libra season, or where you have Libra in your chart. Or it just means balance, justice, right? Equal give and take, reciprocity, all of those things. Now, when we go this way, Aries, there is perhaps some questions still going on about you have the skeleton hand and the coffin together, both symbols for past on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, etc. Heavy on the masculine side over here. But with the turtle being underneath it, they want you to go slow with something because there are still questions. Perhaps they want you to go more with the flow here in terms of relationships and love and work. And body and mental health. Also work and money, because it went that way. Like I said, everything is so interconnected this month for you. Go slow, go with the flow. It could have something to do with the Pisces, or during Pisces season, or where you have Pisces in your chart, or Pisces in next year, whatever it is. This could, what is that? February? Pisces is February, yeah. Half of January, February. But, no, that's Aquarius. Whatever. Look up where Pisces is. I know it's there. It's part of February at some point, I think. Or maybe it's more March. I can't remember. But it's like also your spiritual team wants you to go slow here, because there's something that is hidden, okay? With the cat's eye here right on the heart. There's something that we're not getting all the information just yet, okay? But again, there's so much good luck here, and so much, all this really positive energy and a lot of movement here. If we go this way, Aries, okay, we've got all these new ideas coming in here from the symbol for Saturn, okay? And these new ideas in terms of your relationships, your body and mental, and your work and money, could bring some challenges, but then the challenges bring you freedom. I don't think I've ever seen it like that before. So the mountain charm is like on top of Pegasus. And he's like, come on, dude, it's challenging, but we can still fly. I'm like, okay, I like that. So Saturn is coming in here to make a lot of us get more serious. I said before, for November, we have a lot of Saturn's going direct. Was it November 15th? Venus enters in to Capricorn. Saturn's the ruler of Capricorn on the 11th, right? There's some other stuff later towards the end of the month that I can't see or remember from my paper that's kind of in front of me. But yeah, Saturn is that slow moving earth energy that's coming in and having get us more serious. They perhaps want you to clear something here, to again bring more balance with the yin and yang and the broom here. Now this clearing could have been stuff from past lives as well here, Capricorn, with the shell charm being there. And this clearing, not only is it past lives, it's related to family, okay? Because the top of the broom is then touching the seahorse, okay? And on the end of the seahorse, we have the feather. So clearing some type of details, either about a family or with a family, okay? Just trying to move it back generally the way it was. So it could be blood family, it could be something about parents or with a parent or being a parent, or it doesn't have anything to do necessarily with blood family. It could be whatever you consider your tribe, your main people, right? There's something like heavy clearing that needs to happen, and this could really affect all the areas, but more so also your work and money, because that's kind of where we are now. But again, they're all kind of touching each other. Um, yeah, I mean, heavy on your mind this month, Aries, is that sense of freedom. Kind of similar to Pisces, but different. Okay, your freedom handcuffs are right in that center circle where all the dotted lines intersect. Having more freedom with your dreams, being able to dream, right? Sometimes we put our dreams on hold, and look, there's the wish charm that was also on top of it. I just flipped it over so you could see it. So, having the freedom to dream, having the courage to also fly with our challenges, right? That's so cool. That all this healing also here this month on the other side of the challenges, and flying with them. Good luck again with the horseshoe and the ladybug underneath there. Four-leaf clover over here, more good luck. And over time, this good luck is gonna like keep multiplying, I'm hearing, okay? So keep listening also to things that make you feel safe. That make you feel safe, Aries, because you're a fire sign, and this is Leo over here. So it could be something with a Leo or during Leo season, or where you have Leo in your chart, or if it's just none of those things. It could also be, or in addition to those things, like bringing out that fiery energy and feeling safe to do so. Because when you hear something, it's going to make you feel more safe to get into that fiery energy here. And that's on your spiritual unconscious section, okay? There's also something going on here, Aries, in terms of work and money, but all your sections, because they're all connected. I can't do it separately like I normally do, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just like I said, a lot going on for you. Could have something to do with actual children, your children or someone else's. It could be a childlike energy, okay? With the baby here touching the mermaid and all the things. There could be something about memories of childhood or memories of children, someone else's or yours. But there's a lot of chewing over, digesting how to get back to that purity, because this is the deer tooth, and then get rid of the stagnant energy. So get rid of the stagnant energy with the lock and get back to that childlike innocence or purity. Like, how do we do that? And I think that someone, or you or someone else or multiple people, general environment situation, is really trying to figure out how to do that, and how that affects their work and their money environment too, and relationships and love and their health or your health. But it's like with the fork here right next to my listening seashell, it's like someone's really trying here, well, how do I digest what kind of work I'm good at, or with the work, or with the money, or the finances? How can I make it more healthy, or up to date with who I am today? I'm hearing, okay? Because I do see a little bit of confusion here with the cloud on top of the apple. So confusion either with your own leadership qualities and or a mentor, a teacher, a guide. There's a little confusion there, but I feel like if you work through it, or someone else works through it, right on the other side is the crown. So I think this is more your leadership qualities here, Aries. It's like, don't be confused. You're good at being a leader. okay? And something to do with work or money or finances or being valued. Don't second guess yourself. I'm hearing, keep listening, asking those questions, you know, clearing old memories to get back to that purity. Like, think of like when we were kids, right? And before, you know, society and all the things came in where we were just happy at doing certain things. Maybe how that works, how that coincides with your work, with your money, your finances, or being valued. Because you do have the answers here with that key right next to the crown. I love that. And then leading into the coyote claw. Both your both your let's try that again. Both of your honeybees are here, yes. So it's individual power, community power, individual power, community power. Like, where am I with that in terms of my work or money or finances? Or if you're no longer working, how you're being valued, or someone else is being valued, or the environment, is it valuable, right? Because there is knowledge, okay, over here that I feel that you have, Aries, because of that crown being right next to the apple. So again, don't second guess yourself. You are a leader. You do have ways that you can help the community. Just go slow with it, okay? Don't your spiritual team doesn't want you to like put too much pressure on yourself, but don't back away from it either, okay? Because remember, you had that turtle next to the feminine energy charm, then touching the coffin, and the skeleton hand, and the question mark, and the Pisces twin fish, right? So go slow with it, but also maybe your spiritual team just wants you to keep staying in that feminine energy, that more softer receiving energy in terms of your work or money or being valued or finances, okay? But a lot of cool stuff going on here. So I'm trying to figure out what I haven't talked about yet. I know we haven't talked about stuff down here, but because again, it's kind of all connected. I guess we can go this way now, okay? So back to your center circle here that affects all the different areas, Aries, that sense of freedom, that wishing for freedom and healing about your dreams that you have for your life, right? Your spiritual team is like, listen, we have stuff for you, right? With the listening bells there. They want you to be more proactive, or someone else with the energy to be more proactive with that listening. Okay, so that could be like spiritual downloads, revelations, insights, paying attention to your dreams. I just moved over your lucky rabbit's foot, but remember, the majority of it this month is in your spiritual unconscious, and a little bit was in body and mental, but a lot of it was mainly in spiritual unconscious. And this is your least amount of bones and charms section this month. So whatever you're already doing in your spiritual unconscious or your intuition, whatever you want to call it, keep doing that, okay? Because there's more stuff to be focused on in other areas this month. But there's a beautiful friendly energy here, Aries. I'm just going to flip over the witch charm so you can see it. She's kind of like leaning up against that second raccoon penis bone, okay? So she was right next to the snake vertebrae. So there's like a beautiful either group of friends or one friend or a friendly type of energy that wants to help support you, heavy on the spiritual side, but also big time in the body and mental health side, okay? Spiritually protected as well, because it's also touching the bobcat tooth, okay? And where this month, Aries, do we feel spiritually at home with that chair that was under the green lucky rabbit's foot? Okay, or it could have something to do with an actual physical home or wherever you live, right? But keep clearing. There's beautiful, peaceful energy here. There's your North Star here. And again, keep listening to the spiritual downloads, because when you hear something, you'll feel safe to let out more of your fiery energy, or to have it more passion or creativity, or more courage here. Okay, so just keep listening. All right. And then the last thing here, all the way in the past, in your spiritual unconscious, there was some abundance here. And that could have been a catalyst for all this really good stuff up here as well. Okay. So the past can be a couple days ago, weeks, months, years, etc. Whatever the past is for you. All right. So let's come kind of now back to your last section, or where we kind of started originally, and then we went up and around, but that's all good. So let's see again what's out here in the past, and then move inward. I'm going to just flip this over so you can see. That's your other skull there. I'll turn this down a little bit. So in terms of your body and mental health, or someone else's here, Aries, somebody was thinking a lot about how to protect my body, how to protect my mental health. There could have also been in the past a lot of abundance here and support, okay, with the piece of the whale vertebrae and then the buckeye here. There also could have been a more proactive, aggressive approach with the body and the mental health that started in the past and then is still going on. So that's cool. And then we see it also with the coyote penis bone in the middle, and then your other raccoon penis bone right here. So that's definitely good. They're saying like keep going with that more proactive approach. Now, as we move inward this way, there could be, it gets very emotional here, Aries. This could be something with a Sagittarius or during Sagittarius season that's coming up. So that would be half of November, half of December, or where you have Sagittarius in your chart. Or just put all that Sagittarius stuff aside, and it's like, what are the body and mental health goals? And they're very emotional, okay? And it feels like it's because it's a little bit overthinking because of where it falls on the body. Let me turn it this way. So each of the sections have, this one for love has a heart. This one has money symbol that's underneath. This one had the cross, right? Okay. So this one here has, you can't see it, but it's a figure meditating. Maybe you can see a little bit like their arm right here, right? And so because the water charm and that Sagittarius bow and arrow fell on the head, it could be that the body and mental health goals or targets are emotional because there's just a little bit of like overthinking. But it doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. It just means that there's a lot of want there, like a lot of passion, okay, I'll say. Now, as we go this way here, Aries, with Cupid on top of one of the puzzle pieces, this is my symbol for love, right? People who love you and you love them, they want to help with your body and mental health goals, or someone else's. They want to help with the pieces of the puzzle, and they want to help you or someone else continue to be proactive here and give you support too. Because remember, if you follow this bow and arrow from Cupid, if it passes through the raccoon penis bone, and move this again, it's kind of pointing to the snake vertebrae support system, and it's pointing to the witch, your friendly support system, okay? Whatever that is, friends, family, lover, mental health care worker, etc. Now, as we go back this way here, Aries, with the butterfly coming out of the legs of the figure meditating on the mat, and then the fish touching that, it's really like there's a big transformation happening in the body and the mental health, and this leads to so much beautiful prosperity that also we know then goes into relationship section, okay? Let me turn back this way. So yeah, big wishes, big manifesting, lots of passion here with wanting to change one's health for the better. Lots of vibrations. No. Hermes. Clear. No. And also perhaps wanting to travel or heal by water or over water or near water, again with that ship charm being there. Shh, Hermes. Sorry. And so there's also just like that leap of faith and not caring about speaking some kind of truth here with that hummingbird's beak then going into the money bags. Okay. Really, really interesting Aries though. So you have to let me know if you feel comfortable later or whenever, privately or publicly, publicly on Facebook or YouTube or later on Instagram or TikTok. Let me know how this may come together for you, and I hope some of it made some sense. But again, I am doing these readings for free, so I appreciate any likes, any subscriptions, or sharing of the video. They're all great free ways to support the channel. So if you feel guided. But yeah, that is your reading, Aries. Enjoy this time period. And then I'll see you again for December. But I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break. And then when I come back, we'll be doing we'll be doing Taurus and Gemini next. All right, guys, you take care, and I will see you later. I'm trying to like do the bye thing. Okay, bye. See you guys.